Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are discussing about pre-validation steps in data activities. So the pre-validation steps are like before loading the data into any database or any application. First you need to validate the data, whatever the data you received is right or wrong, or it reaches your expectations or not. You need to identify, and later part you need to load the data into your downstreams for analytics purpose. Here I have the data. I have the employee data with me. It contains employee ID, employee name, business unit, experience, salary, location, mobile number, and join date. Now we will see what are the steps, pre-validation steps we apply on my employee table before loading the data into database. To do that, I have created one script, prevalidation.py, and my data is resided in .csv file. So I have the CSV file data, and now I'm trying to pre-validate this CSV file data before loading it into database. To now I need to read the CSV file. To read the CSV file, here I'm using pandas. Import pandas as PD. Okay. Now I have the pandas inside the pandas, like I have the data frame df. Data frame df equal to pd dot read CSV. Basically read CSV will use to read the CSV file. My CSV file is located in CSV underscore files folder. From here, like I need to read the data from this file, emp table dot csv. To do that, here I'm copying the root path and then I'm pasting here to read the data. Print df. I need to verify, like I'm reading the data or not. See, now I am reading the data. Whatever the data I have here is same I have in my console. Now, now we'll start with the pre-validation steps. Basically, what we need to do, I'll go with step by step. Okay, you have the CSV file. The main important thing in the file or in the data, not in the file, mostly the main important thing for the data is column names. You should require the column names, otherwise you don't know for which column data is loading it into which column. To to get the details, you require the column names. So now first we will identify whether we have the correct column names or not. Okay, or it contains any empty space in the column name. First we need to identify. Anyhow, I have the data frame. Now just I'm going to print the data frame column. Okay, so df, yeah, df call equal to df dot columns. Okay, print df call. What it will do, it will give me the data frame columns. See, it is giving me the data frame columns. Okay, so here I don't have any empty space in this column. It's good, like I don't have any empty space in the column names. Okay, for example, and it is in the object. The data type is object, just like for instance I'm trying to make it as a list. Okay, so yeah, it is in the list, and then I don't have any empty space in my column names. Okay, here I am good, I'm fine. But if in case I have the empty space in my data, like in my column name, okay, for example, if I remove, I forget emp underscore name, okay, I forgot to add emp underscore name. In this scenario, how can I handle? We will see. First, I will see like whether it is giving the data or it is throwing me the error. Like what it is showing. Like we need to identify, and we need to send. See, as per the rules, it all depends on the rules. So in your SLE, in your service level agreements, all will write like what kind of data you need to load, and then what kind of names you need to add, and then how it shows, so how it resembles. Like everything will be present in your documents. Okay. So as per the requirement, like for example, if you don't want the empty spaces, just you shoot out an email to the source team or the customer like, hey man, you are sending me the data and it can't, it misses the column name. Like for example, it is missing the emp column name. It may possible like you forgot to add it, or like to get the details. Like to do that, like what you will do, you will shoot out an email. First we will see here I remove the name emp underscore name, employee name, I remove the header name, and I will see like how it shows. So yeah, see, if you see my data frame is showing like unnamed one. Okay, and here in data frame columns also it shows unnamed one. Okay, unnamed one is nothing but in the first index we are sending the empty space. Empty space means unnamed, like no name you are providing here. Okay, where you are not providing your name in index 1. Okay, so now for example, if you see if I remove the experience, okay, instead of experience, if I remove location, if I remove location, now we will see what it will show. See, it will show unnamed 1 for the employee name and unnamed 5 for the location. We will see it is right or wrong. Every list or the frame or like data frame or like indexes, it will start with 0. Okay, so employee ID 1 0, employee name 1. Okay, so this is the first index, and next BU is the second index, experience is the third index, salary is the fourth index. Now location is the fifth index. Okay, location is the fifth index, so fifth index is missing here. So it shows that unnamed 5, unnamed 1 means you are forgetting to give the name of the column in the first index, name of the column in the fifth index. Now we will see how to identify with the help of code, and then how to throw an email, or like how to catch the exception here. Like we will see now. I already have the code with me, like pre-written code. Then I will show here. So basically here we removed that emp name, right? And we run the process. Okay. So here if we run the process, then it shows the unnamed one. The first index is failing. Index 1 is failing. We will see like how to handle it with the code. Here just I'm calling my method. df empty column, and then here I'm passing df underscore call. Okay, so yeah, here I'm passing df underscore call. What it will do, it takes my data frame columns, and it goes it into df empty column validation column check. Inside that, here we have the function to read the unnamed data and then store it into empty column list. Okay, to do that, here I'm using lambda expression. Lambda expression or lambda function, it is like a lambda is a functionless. Okay, or in single line you can write the function. What it show, what it gives, like what it reads. Okay, so I'm passing my data frame column into lambda, and inside the lambda what I'm telling, check that if you have any unnamed one, or if you have any unnamed, the constant name, see, always indexes will change. So that's the reason what I will do, I will tell them if you have any unnamed present in your data, in your column, okay, take that data and store it into list. Here I have the one. Okay, for example, uh, if I don't have the location, location is the fifth one. Okay, location is the fifth one. Yeah, so location is the fifth one, so you have the unnamed 5, unnamed 1. Okay, yeah, so you have the unnamed 1, unnamed 5. Now unnamed remains constant, but the indexes are changing. So what we are doing, we are identifying the unnamed name where it is present inside the df columns, data frame columns, and then I'm loading it into empty underscore column list. Okay, inside, now I have the data, but I need to showcase them. Okay, man, in this indexes you are missing the data, you are forget to add the column names in this index, so let you check and then let us know. Okay, to do that, here I'm taking if empty column not equal to empty, like the list not equal to empty, okay, means it contains any unnamed one, enter into the if condition. Inside the if condition we have the data, so we have the empty column data. From that empty column data, with the help of split, I'm taking the index and I'm raising one exception, and then I'm passing that data to exception. Now we will see here, this is my data frame, and unnamed one is my emp name, and unnamed 5 is my location. Okay, here it says that unnamed one means first index, emp name is my first index, and location is my fifth index. Empty column df empty call validation failed due to 1 and 5 indexes. Following indexes. Okay, see, validation failed due to missing the column names in following indexes. The indexes are 1 and 5. Okay, for example, if I don't have anything, like everything is fine, okay, it will not showcase that error, it will not showcase that error. Okay, means like You don't have the activity, you don't have the unnamed one. So my column, empty column data, unnamed column data is empty, like empty list. You don't have chance to enter into the if condition, or like no possibility here. So that's the reason, like it is not calling. Okay, this is the step one. In step one, what I'm identifying, I'm trying to identify the empty space. Now, in step two, what I need to check here, I need to check the column names are correct or not. Whatever the column names I'm getting from the file, or I'm getting from the source, those are correct or not. Or maybe I'm getting the more columns, or if I'm getting the less columns. First, I need to identify, and then I need to drop, I need to send back to the customer, like hey man, you are sending me the wrong column data. Okay, so here I will showcase that how can we see. In this scenario, you have the two parts. Okay, first part, maybe in your data you have the less columns. Okay, or you have the more columns, more column data here, or you have the repeated column names. There might be a possible you can get the repeated columns. Here I will tell you, like how to see the repeated columns. So for example, here I'm giving the again experience twice, salary, location, mobile number, join date. Okay, I'm giving twice. So we will see how it identifies my data frame columns or headers, how it identifies, and then how it gives the data output. See, here location 1, mobile number 1, join date 1. Okay, or else here in output you will see data frame column output. Here you will see the experience 1, experience and experience 1, location and location 1, means twice. It is you are giving the column names twice. Okay, location is one time is fine, like you are giving twice or thrice, so it shows that location 2, location 3, or mobile number 1, mobile number 2, mobile number 3, means 1 2 3, or the duplicate column names you are passing here. You need to identify, you need to identify you are sending me the duplicate columns like that, and then you need to send back an email to the customer. Okay, so you need to handle these situations. Or else, for example, if you are sending more columns, but your actual data does not have those columns, you need to identify. Okay, to identify that whether you are getting the correct columns or not, whether or else you are getting more columns or you are getting less columns, to identify those things, you will required you will required one metadata. Okay, metadata is nothing but data of data. Okay, you will require one metadata. Now we will see what is that metadata, and then how do you get the part. Okay, now we will see. First I will commenting this part, and then later we will see. Okay, uh, yeah, we'll have the metadata. Metadata is nothing but the column names from the source, or like what are the column names we required. Expected column names, we'll have the expected column names, and then we compare our actual column names with expected column names. This is my metadata. I already have my metadata in my hand. So it is the employee ID, employee name, business unit, experience, salary, location, mobile number, and join date. So these are constant data or metadata or like expected column names. Okay, now we will compare the expected column names with the actual column names we got from the data. Now we will see how to compare expected column names versus the actual column names. So here I already have the code to compare the actual column versus the metadata column. So now we will see like how to compare. Okay, I have the metadata. I have the metadata with me, and I have the data frame columns with me. So these the data frame columns. Um, yeah, I will run the code and then I'll show it to you. Okay, so yeah, I have the metadata columns and joined it. See, if you example here, like just I kept the comma at there and in the header name, it shows that at eighth position you don't have the name for that column. Okay, so this is my data frame data and this is my column data. Okay, now we will see what I'm saying here, like there might be a chance you are getting the wrong column names, there might be a chance you are getting the more column names, there might be a chance you are getting the less column names. Basically the column names, like the actual column names and the expected column names, both should be same, both should be match. Okay, there might be a chance those will change. Okay, now we will see. For example, if we don't have the join date, okay, if we don't have the join date in my metadata, but in my CSV I have the join date. Okay, I have the join date. Now we will identify, okay, why what kind of error it throws. Okay, I'll run the code and then I'll let you know. Okay, if you see, sorry, I need to call this code first. Call check of column name and then df call. So df call is the data frame call and then column name is my metadata call. Okay, metadata columns. See, column check validation failed due to data frame columns are more than metadata columns and join date is missing. Okay, join date is missing from the metadata. Okay, missing from metadata. Okay, yeah, missing from data frame. Okay, see, in metadata I don't have the join date column. Okay, but here in my data, in my CSV file, I have the join date column. So this is the measure you can identify. You should do these pre-validation steps. You should check the data. Okay, for example, if I don't have the join date, okay, if I don't have the join date, what it will happen? Okay, it shows like yeah. So metadata columns are more than data frame columns. Join date is missing from the data frame. So what I'm doing here in my metadata, I have the join date, but I don't have the join date in my CSV file. Okay, so this is the error it shows. Okay, you need to check you need to check the data and you need to do the process. Okay, all these are the pre-validations and then you should do must and should, you need to identify Okay, to get the data, to get the missing data, what I'm doing here, here I'm doing set, set of column name. Column names is my metadata. Set, what it will do, it will remove the duplicate. Okay, and set of data frame column data. So in the metadata column names, it removes the duplicates and then keeps the unique values. And from the data frame columns, it removes the duplicates and keep the unique value. Okay, from that I take the difference between metadata and the data frame, and then I store it into list. If my list is not empty, if both are same, list will be empty. If both are not same, so we have some data here. Like that, first I'm identifying the metadata. In next I'm identifying the data frame column. Okay, now I have the data, like I have the same data, and trying to call I'm trying to call my columns. Okay, like check, I'm trying to call my column check. If you see, I don't have the error message. Means everything is fine, like everything is matching. I don't have the column message. Like that, you need to identify the duplicates. Here I'm not showing the duplicates, but you need to identify the duplicates, and you need to identify the column names, what are the column names are missing, and then what are the column names are more and less. You need to identify, and then you need to tell them. For example, if I'm removing the employee name, okay, column name is missing. Okay, in the pre-validation, like in column check, you will get that. Okay, see, metadata columns are more than the data frame columns. EMP name is missing from the data frame. Okay, like in the data frame, it shows the unnamed one. Okay, EMP name is missing. We need to tell the customer the actual name. I cannot say the unnamed. Unnamed is missing or the index is missing here. Okay, case to case it vary. In this scenario, I need to let them know actual column, what actual column you are missing. Okay, what actual column is excess or less. I need to let them know. Okay, so I need to pass the column name, and then I need to tell them, okay, this column is missing from here. I need to let them know. Now what you are seeing about the columns. Now you will see about the data. Okay, now you will see about the data. Here we will come one by one. Okay, one by one column. First we will see the data about the employee name. Okay, employee name, here I have the data Kumar underscore 123 Seren 654 Montgomery Revan Teja. Okay, among these five data, okay, five rows, only Sravan and Teja both are correct. Why? Because employee name should be the name. It should not be the camel case or alphanumerical or special characters. It should not contain the special characters. Okay. I need to identify and I need to restrict the data here. Okay. To identify and then restrict the data, I need to apply some conditions and then I need to check the data here. To do that process, we need to write one um, method, and inside the method we will see how can we go further. Before that, what I will do, I will comment out this part, and I'll keep aside. After that we will see for the next one. Okay, control slash, it will comment out the activity. Now we will see about the employee name check. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, employee name should not contain the camel case or alphanumerical or the special characters. It should be the pure form of the name, like pure form of string, like Sravan, Teja. Those are the pure form of the string. Okay, so now we need to identify what is that. Okay, so here I will I will run the code and then I will let you know. Employee name check. Okay, here I'm passing the data frame. I can pass that data frame of employee name, or I can pass the entire data frame. Here I have the less data, so that's the reason here I'm passing the data frame. But if you have the huge data, then you can pass, like instead of passing the data frame, like you can pass only the single column. You can do whatever it feasible for you. Okay, you can do that process and then you can uh, do it. Okay, so as I mentioned, employee name should be the pure form. Okay, pure form of the string. Okay, it should not contain the numericals, and it should not contain the alphanumerical camel case, so like whatever it may be. Okay, or special characters will not require that. Okay, it should be the pure form. To do that, what we are doing, we are passing the data frame. We are passing the data frame to lambda function. Okay, here in lambda function, see basically here lambda function, as I mentioned, here I am passing the data frame to the lambda function. But what exactly it is doing, the apply method is doing, it reads the employee name data, and it iterates one by one. Here in first x dot is alpha, x dot is alpha you can utilize for only the string. Okay, it should not be applicable for the list or like group of data or bunch of data. It should be applicable for the only string, single string. So what it will do, it will iterate here, kumar underscore 123 dot is alpha. It is exactly the alpha, only the alpha? No, it should be the number also, alpha numerical. Okay, like that. Montgomery dot is alpha. It is the exact alpha? No, it contains, Montgomery contains at the rate symbols. Okay, Sravan is exact alpha? Yes, it is the pure form of the alphabet. Alpha means the alphabet. Okay, now what we are checking? We are checking the data. Okay, we are checking the data. It is the correct data or not, or we need to tell them, the customer, hey man, you are passing the wrong data inside in the place of employee name. Now we will see all these are the wrong data. Employee name check validation failed due to this employee name data. See here, you can showcase only the names, or you can send back the data, like the specific data frame. Here I'm taking only the specific data frame. As I mentioned, here I have the Sravan and Teja. Both are the correct names. Okay, so just here I'm passing only the wrong data to my customer, and then I'm showcasing them. Okay, you are sending me the wrong data. I'm informing them. Okay, to do that, here I have the data. That data is like true or false. Okay, here if the data is correct, like Sravan and Teja both are in the purest form, so those are the true, and remaining all are the false. So I want to get only the false data. Because of that reason, here I'm using the negotiation mark or delta mark, tilde mark. Okay, and I'm storing the data into data frame, and then I'm storing that entire data frame data into employee name check. And here I'm checking, if it is not empty, they are good. If it is empty, then just go ahead and then catch it in the exception. Okay, for example, if I'm removing the negotiation or the tilde mark, we will get only the correct data. Correct data means Sravan and Teja data. Those are the purest form, but I want to showcase the negative data inside the exception. So that's the reason here I'm taking the negative data. And you can identify, see, in checking process, you can do the process in several ways, several methods. Okay, for example, here I'm checking the data uh, with the help of the is alpha function. Okay, there might be a chance you can check the data with regex, regular expressions. To do that, first you need to import the regex. Import re. Import re is the regex function. Okay, regex dot you can write. Yeah. So regex, like you can write with the help of regex functions, and this is the regular expression, and then you can identify if your data contains any special characters, or your data contains any numericals, or it is the multi-mix like alphanumericals. You straight away you can stop the process, and then you can send an email to customer. Okay, till now we are seeing like a column names, empty column names, and then employee name. Okay, like string. Now you will see the mobile number. Okay, the mobile number. It is a very good validation you need to do in your data. Mobile number should not be less than 10 characters, 10 length, 10 numericals, and as per the India. Okay, and it should start with plus 91 or 0, or in as of now in India we have the starting numbers are like 98765. Okay, 98765. Now we will see how to do the validation process in the mobile number. So for now, what I will do, I will comment out this part, and then I'll keep aside, and later I will go with the mobile number validation. This is the code for mobile number validation. Before going to the validation, uh, first of all, I want to showcase the data of the mobile number. DF of mobile num. It will not give the data like this. Print. Okay, and I'll first I will not print my data frame, and then the remaining column names. Just I want to print the mobile number data, and later part I want to explain you. Okay, so this is my mobile number data. Okay, here I write the mobile number data in multiple scenarios. Okay, first scenario, it is the 10 character length as per the India, and it starts with 9. Okay, in second data, like second data, I write with 12 length. The length of the data is the 12. Okay, 12 digits, and it starts with 8. In first scenario, it agrees the India mobile number, and it starts with the 9. Okay, it accepts it. But in second scenario, it is okay for the starting series, but the length is more than 10. Okay, in third scenario, the length is less than 10. Okay, it is the 8 character. Okay, in fourth scenario, everything is fine. And as I mentioned, currently in India we have the 876 series. Starting series are 876. Okay, and everything is fine here. Like we have the only 10 characters. In fifth scenario, what it is happening? It matches the India mobile number like 10 character length, but it starts with 5. Okay, now we need to identify how to get rid of these things, and then how to tell the customer you are passing the wrong data, or like wrong mobile number. Okay, for that, like I have the mobile number check method. Inside the mobile number check method, like I write the uh, regular expressions. Okay, here you can do it with multiple ways. Okay, we have the mobile number method, and then maybe you can go with that, or here I go with the regular expressions. Okay, so why I commented this part, first I will explain you. Okay, you can check the data. See, you can validate your data in any way. Okay, as this is your choice, you can validate your data in any way. First here I will do the compile, and after that here I go with the match. But what it happen, if it is more than the 10 character, it accepts it. So later part, just I decided to go with the full match. Only full match it should take. Okay, in the pattern, in the regular expression, what I'm doing here, here first I'm checking, like for example, if you save any contact number, it automatically gives +91 or 0. Okay, if you have the any landline or STD numbers, it starts with the 0. So it may contain 0 or 91, 0 or 91, or it starts with 6 to 9, means 6, 7, 8, 9, like starting numbers. As per the India, we have the 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, along with along with it has the 9 character length, means 6 to 9 means first character, we have the 6 to 9, like 6, 7, 8, 9 digits. Okay, remaining 9 digits, it should be in between 0 to 9. Okay, like this is the condition here, it should be the 9 digit. Okay, 0 to 9. Now again here I'm using the lambda expression, and after that, like here I'm using the regex function, like regex dot full match. We have the full match function, so my data is fully matched to the to my regex function. Then and then only it will take. Okay, so here what I'm doing, here I'm passing the mobile number, and like mobile number data, and I'm applying it to my lambda expressions. The full match, what it is doing, it is taking the pattern, my mobile number pattern, like whatever the pattern I decided. Okay, I defined here, so it is taking the pattern, and then it is passing my mobile number as a string instead of int. It is passing as a string, and it is checking. Okay, if it contains any null means if full match is failure. Okay, here in the second scenario is totally failed. Why? Because it contains the 12 digit. Okay, it contains the 12 digit. So when my condition is failed, it results with the null or none. Okay, in third scenario, it is the less than 9 character, 9 digit. So here also my condition is failed, and it results the none. So now I'm trying to take the null data, like I'm trying to take the failure data. If anything is failed, I will take that failure data, and I'm passing that failure data to my exception. Here raise exception, like mobile number validation failed due to this data. Okay, so we will see mobile number check, and then as I mentioned earlier, just I'm passing the data frame. I'm passing the data frame. Why? Because my data frame is very small. Okay, F10. Yeah. So if you see, it results only the character more than the 10 digit, the character less than the 10 digit, like digit, the data less than the 10 digit, and the data starts with 5. Okay, so simple, I will send this data to my customer, and then I'll tell them, okay, mobile number is mismatch, like it not follows the rules. We have the rules and regulations, right? So it not follows the rules. So we'll tell the customer, okay, these are the not a way the restrictions are. So we'll let them know. Okay, this is one kind of check for the mobile number. Now, now second check is the join date. Okay, if you see the join date, in join date, see everyone write like month, date, month, year. Okay, and year, month, date. They can write their own way. Okay, Indians will write like a day, month, year, or Americans will write like month, day, year, or year, month, day. Okay, reverse order like they can write. So we can write in our own style. Okay, few of the people will write with a slash, few of the people will write with hyphen, few of the people will write with uh, full name like a December, January. So they'll write with full name and they will write with off names. Okay, and here I'm taking the data with the multi mix. Okay, simply I'm taking the data you have the multi-mix data. If you are seeing here, like you are seeing the data with year, month, date, and with the slashes, and here you are taking the data with day, month, and year with a hyphen. Okay, so you are seeing the multi-way data. So now you will see how to handle this data, and then what you will do. So to do that, like what I will do, like here I will comment out my code, my mobile number check code, and then I will let you know how to write the data, how to write the code for join date check. So we will see now how to check for the join date. First, I will print the join date. Print df of join date. Join date. Okay, and I have the code with me to okay, this is the code for the join date. Okay, so here in the CSV file I have the join date and then it is in the string format. Okay, now I want to get the data. Maybe it may be in the string format or it may be in the string format or the object format, whatever it may be. Okay, now we will see how to get that. See here it is in the object format, and then if you see the date formats are different, and then the date formats are different. Now we will see just like we are trying to convert the date into uh, pandas dot to underscore date time, and then we are checking the date format is correct or not, or like the string conversions, like we are trying to convert the string to underscore date format, pandas dot to underscore date format. We are trying to uh, checking it like really we can convert it into date format or not. Okay, so see it throws the error like you cannot convert the date format, and it says that like here you are passing the data with the hyphens, and but you are trying to convert it into convert you are trying to convert it for the slash percentage y per slash percentage m. So and basically it is the exception. Okay, it is the exception, or you can take the data frame and then you can pass it to them. But basically here I'm throwing the exception and then I'm taking the exception. Okay, now you are seeing like you are validating your employee name and you are validating your mobile number, you are validating your join date. Along with the data validations, you are doing the column validations like you you have the empty column or not, or you have the correct column data like actual column data or not. So you are validating the column names. Now validations are completed from my end. Now you will see the processing. Okay, after validation, for example, there might be a chance like they want to process the data. Okay, it's fine if you have the wrong details, it's fine, but you need to do the basic processing and then like manipulations or transformations, and then you need to pass the data, load the data into the application. Okay, Now we will see that part. Here, my processing part is like employee name should be the uppercase, or yeah, employee name should be the uppercase, and here the locations. If you see the locations, few of them are in the uppercase, few of them are in the capitalized case. So I want to make the locations or in the capitalist format, and I want to make sure the join date should be in the single format. And after that, my salary should be round off to 2 characters. Okay. Now I will let you know how to do the processing part. Before that, I'm trying to comment out this code, and then I'll showcase you. And before going to the processing part, like in every call I mentioned that, like in every class I mentioned that, like we need to go with a class, like we need to following some coding standards, and then we need to go. So here I'm trying to create the class, and then I'm trying to make my methods in a format, coding standards format, and then I'm trying to call the data from the main class. So I will do that modifications quickly, and then after that I will go with the processing part. Yeah, this is my quick modification. See simply what I did, like I'm passing like what are the methods I have created earlier. Okay, I'm keeping all those methods inside one class. The class name I'm taking the pre-validations, and I'm keeping all the methods inside one class. Okay, and for that class I have created one main method, and then inside the main method I have created object for the class. So this is my main method. Okay, if it's my main method, here I'm simply reading my CSV file, and my constant column names, like metadata column names and then data frame column names into list. Okay, and my pre-validation checks. Now I will show you the converting or the processing part. See, as I mentioned, I want to make the employee name should be in the capital case, okay, or upper case. So here I'm writing that employee name, like data frame column name dot string. First I'm converting the data frame column into string, and after that I'm applying the upper function, and I want to make that location. I want to make that location into capital is like in Hyderabad, H should be capital and remaining all letters should be in the lowercase, and in Bangalore, in Chennai. Here what I'm doing here, I'm taking the lambda expression. Say I can write like string dot capitalize, I can apply, but here I want to showcase, like as I mentioned earlier, it's your data. You can write it in any way, you can format it in any way, in any by using any functions. It's your data. Okay, so here I'm using with apply lambda function, and then simply I'm writing the capitalize. And as I mentioned, like salary, here the salary I have the 3 digit, like after dot I have the 126, after dot I have the 25. So like amount is I'm trying to round off it with only the 2 digit. Okay, and joining date, as I mentioned, like I want to make the join date should be in the single format. So here for to do the single format, see simple, uh, as I mentioned earlier, for the join date simply I'm taking the exception. I'm taking the exception. So if you see the exception here, they're saying that it does not match. The data format is not date format is not match with the format, like to underscore the date time. And here only the good part of the Python is like they are doing the well handled exceptions, and then they're giving more verbose, more insights into the exception. What is the exception? Here they mention that format is equal to mixed. I need to write that format equal to mixed, and it will at backend it will mix the format, and then it will showcase the data. So for example, if you see here, okay, just I am writing that format equal to mixed. What I will do, so for now, like we will not require this data, like pre-validation part I already tell you. So now just I want only the data frame, processing data frame. So what are the data frame, like final data frame I want to load it into the database. Okay, see, as a mention, like just I want to pass. If you see the uh, uppercase for the Kumar, Saran, Montgomery, Srevant is all should be in the uppercase, and the locations should be Hyderabad is in the capital case, Mumbai, Bangalore, everything is in the capital case, and then join date. In the join date, like earlier you see it is in the different formats, but in the joint date now you see only the single format. Okay, so like that I can modify the data, and then I can load the data into a database. See, finally, like it's your data, you can modify it any way, and you can write the data in any way, and you can load the data into in a proper format, like everyone can read the data, and then they can understand what exactly it is. Okay, you need to make, like you need to cleanse your data, and you need to make the format everyone can understand, and then load the data into the applications. Okay, what are the applications you are loading the data, everyone should understand. Okay, this is the data, it is in the proper format, and then yeah, exactly, we need to write in this format, and then okay, and at the same time you should follow the coding standards, and you should uh, use your coding standards. Finally, here I'm not stopping it anywhere, just I'm running one more time. Why? Because here I'm handling the exception, I'm not throwing the exception, just here I'm handling the exception. So I will let you know, like what are the exceptions we handle now till now. So the exceptions are like one exception is like we have the column names. Yeah, I want to showcase that. Simply here I'm writing the column name more than here, and then here I'm missing the column name, and then here I'm missing the column name. uh, I'm writing the column name DT, for example. DT, here I'm writing it. Okay, like more columns and less columns, and then I want to showcase each and every thing. See, employee name is throwing error. Why? Because here I'm using the employee name, but I'm missing the employee name here. Okay, instead of employee name, here I'm removing the BU, and okay. See, you need to very quick about the exceptions and error messages. Like you need to do quick debugs. Okay, if you see, this is my basic data frame, like the data frame I received, the data I received from the file, and here I missed that BU name. BU name is in the second index. So data validation, like the empty column here I'm passing, and second check is like metadata column names are more than the data frame column names, like actual data, and then uh, the processing data, like those are mismatching, like Seren and BU is more in my actual data. And after that employee name check, like here it should be only the pure form of the names, it should not be the camel case or the names with alphanumericals. And later part here I'm handling the mobile number, and after that join date. So each are these are the basic steps you need to follow in your pre-validations, and you need to stop the way to load the wrong data. Okay, so these are the basic steps you need to follow. Thanks for watching this video. Please do like, share, and subscribe.